Hey, I'm Son of Kim, America's face of dating. And what we're going to be talking about today from a viewer is why can't I figure this out? That's the topic of today's newsletter. And so, what this basically is about is that there's a guy that's writing in from Australia, actually, down in the outback. And he's a younger guy. He's 20, 21 years old. Shit, I wish that I knew this shit at 20, 21 years old. It's like, way to go for learning this early, man. He's really mature. He has built himself a solid life. He has a great job, has a great career. And overall, his life is moving in the right direction, but he's like, dude, I just can't really figure out, this confidence thing with approaching women and talking to them and flirting with them. And so we're going to take a step forward today. And it doesn't even matter if you're 20, 21, 25, 30, like, if you guys are in the same spot where it's like you have a great career, a great job, and dating is kind of like the last missing piece, that's my ideal client that we work with, number one. And number two, this is going to really help you guys take that step forward to attracting that dream relationship if that's what you're looking for, or at least having the power of choice with that relationship. So let's get right to it, shall we? So he said, "Hey man, I'm 20 years old, turning 21 soon, and there's something that's been bothering me for a long time. I have a good job here in Australia, down in the outback. I'm building a solid life for myself, and I feel like I've got my act together. Overall, it seems like you do so far, man. You're the perfect client that we work with, dude. So I know I can help you, dude. Because it's impossible to date, dude. Like, you've done it right because, like, imagine trying to date a chick when you only make like 1 or 2 grand a month. Like, dude, it's gonna be like almost fucking impossible, man. You got rent to pay, you got bills to pay, you got insurance to pay, and then on top of that, you're gonna be stacking dates. Some guys would try to counter that and be like, well, I just won't pay for the dates. Well, then good fucking luck, dude. Women want a man. And if you're just gonna be a cheap ass broke motherfucker, if you think that a girl's gonna tolerate that, dude, either you got wicked game or you're settling for low quality women. And I know it's not the fucking former. So you're just gonna be settling for low quality women who'll just take any guy at that point. So you gotta get your money up, dude, because I'm not saying you gotta spend thousands of dollars on the dates. I'm saying that you should only be spending about $50 per date until you guys are in a relationship or just about to be. She kind of has to earn really nice dinners and expensive dates. Like, I don't like my girl, even my girlfriend today, like, we've been dating for almost 5 years now. And I just flew her out first class for the first time this year. I could have done that 4 years ago, but I didn't because I wanted her to earn that. And I didn't want to be doing that for just any girl. And she appreciated it much more when she felt like she earned that in a way. And, as sucky and as that sounds, that's the truth. Is that women like the chase. They like to feel like they've earned something. And people in general like that. He said, but when it comes to women, it's like I hit a wall that I can't get past. Let's get you past that wall, man. Here's the thing. I've never had a girlfriend. That's weird at 20, 21. I will admit it's not really normal. Maybe you focused on your career. But you should have probably had a girlfriend by now, man. I was talking to someone in my DMs yesterday, actually. He's 37 years old, never had a girlfriend. That's really strange, dude. Like, that is not normal, I will admit. I've never been on a single date. Again, like, that's not normal, dude. Like, you gotta fix that. You should have been going on dates, years ago, brother. You should be going on dates now. I see guys around me who are in relationships who are confident with women and just keep asking myself, what am I doing wrong, dude? That's how it was for me, man. My friends, it's almost Christmas, dude. It's December 3rd when I'm recording this video right now. I don't know when it'll be published, probably later December. Because we have a lot of videos that are, being published right now. But, dude, I saw my friends at fucking Christmas at the zoo. And they wouldn't invite me because I didn't have a chick. I was trying my hardest, dude. I was fucking swiping on dating apps. I was trying to approach. I had no idea what I was doing. And they would just go to Christmas at the zoo with their chicks. And I was like, dude, like, I feel like I'm putting in so much work to figure this out and nothing's working. And I just want to be, dude, I wanted to have my gloves on, dude, and be walking at Christmas at the zoo with my hot cocoa, with my chick next to me, beautiful, and we're both smiling and we're both happy. Like, that was the vision I saw in my head that I really fucking wanted. And it's snowing, dude, and like We take selfies together, dude, and we're just happy, bro. Like, that's what I wanted. I want to be the kind of guy who can confidently approach a woman, start a conversation, flirt naturally, and actually set up the date. But I have no idea where to start. Every time I see a girl that I want to talk to, my mind freezes up. I get stuck in my head overthinking everything. Well, that's your first problem right there, dude. You're like, I want to be the kind of guy who can confidently approach a woman. Well, like, how are you going to build confidence if you're not even approaching her, dude? You're sitting there stuck in your own head. Like, oh man, I'd really like to talk to that chick. That's not getting you better, dude. Like, overthinking is caused from overthinking, excessive overthinking. So first things first, dude, like when you see a girl, don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Just go do it. Take action and go approach her first off and just start with the conversation, dude. Like, what works for me, like, was a nice push-pull line. I'd go up to the girl and I would say, hey, I saw you back there, or like, we made eye contact back there, and honestly, I thought you were stunning, so I had to come up and say hi. But you look kind of mad. Like, what's up with that? So I'd push-pull it a little bit. I wouldn't just give her a compliment. I'd take it away just a little bit. You can also cold read. You can be in line and be like, you have the vibe that you're from the West Coast. And just start the conversation that way. The best conversations and the best conversations I've had with women overall were the conversations that started as if there was no opener. For example, like being in the bar with a girl and you're just like, did you guys see that couple that was fighting outside? And they're like, no. And the more engaged they are into the conversation, the way that she's looking at you, the way that she's talking to you, you're going to know if she's interested in you or not. If she doesn't want to talk to you, she'll just be like, no. And turn back to her friend. Great, she's not interested. Had nothing to do with you. Half the girls you talk to, you need to accept that half the girls that you talk to, they just won't like you. Okay? Professional MLB players, baseball players, because I know you're Australian, you don't live in the US, you get paid millions of dollars. Think about it this way. You get paid millions of dollars to go to the plate 3 times and strike out and fail 2 out of those 3 times. Think about that. You get paid millions. Millions if you get that. If you strike out twice only. Or just get out twice. You get paid millions for that. Just to get on base 1 out of 3 times. So think about that with women. If you talk to women, typically how it's going to go is that 1/3 of the women that you talk to, she's going to like you. 1/3 is going to be kind of, I'll take it or leave it. And 1/3 just, they're not going to like you at all. You have to accept those stats and know that. Like, it's like the Michael Jordan quote, dude. There's a quote by Michael Jordan, and he's like, I failed. I've been given the game-winning shot like 20 times, I think he said, or 120 times. I can't remember the exact number, a lot. And he fucked it all up. He fucked every single one of them up or something like that, or like made it 6 times, whatever the quote goes. But he's like, people don't really remember, and I don't really remember my failures. I remember, I totally butchered the fucking quote. But basically it's something along the lines of like he was given the chance to get the game-winning shot, failed a lot of the time, and he's like, that's why I succeed. You have to accept, dude, that you're going to fail sometimes, man. Like, that's just how it's going to be. But it's like what Wayne Gretzky, the famous hockey player, said. He's like, I miss 100% of the shots I never take. He said, I want to be the kind of guy, okay, which one? Oh, through that. What do I say? How do I approach without coming off as awkward or weird? How do I actually build attraction? Again, start with that opener that I just told you, and then leverage that into a conversation. If you're at a coffee shop, start with that cold read, start with that push-pull opener, and be like, and if she's on her laptop, be like, what you working on? You look like looks like you're in consulting. Is that what you do? And start getting her to talk about herself, because people like what? They like themselves, right? So they want to talk about themselves. Get her to talk about herself, and then as she's talking about herself, tease her a little bit on those conversations about what she said. Be like, oh my goodness, like, so you're kind of like a nerd, basically, is what you're saying. And tease her a little bit, and then don't stay there too long. Don't linger. Get the number. Be like, hey, like, I gotta go, but it's really cool meeting you. What's your number? Let me take you out sometime. And go for the number, dude, and be bold. Life favors the bold. It feels like I'm behind in life. I know you are a little bit. I know I can offer a lot. I'm hardworking, stable, and ambitious, but none of that seems to matter because I don't have the confidence to show women what I bring to the table. At the end of the day, dude, like, you are where you are in life, right? You are behind in life because you are comparing yourself to somebody else that has gotten results ahead of you. Again, most people probably would have been on a date by 20 or 21. I sure was. But I still sucked with women. So it's like, don't compare yourself, dude. Comparison is the thief to joy. You are simply where you are at now, and your future in the next year depends on what you do right now in this moment. I don't want to stay stuck like this. I want to master attraction, learn how to approach women confidently, and finally go on dates with the kind of quality woman that I've always dreamed of, he says. I've been following your content because you make it sound achievable. Like this isn't some impossible mountain to climb. I just need someone to show me the way. Can you help? I'm ready to take action. Looking forward to hear from you, Liam. Dude, 100% I can help, man. And it will feel like, at the end of the day, like, think about it this way. Check out my client results right here, man. You got Andrew, just got a number yesterday, had a successful date, he says. Ruben, Olivia, Cameron was on a successful date. Dude, like, at the end of the day, when you look at all these client results, like, it will feel like you're climbing a mountain, man. It's going to feel like that. And that's how it's going to be. But at the end of the day, think about it from this perspective. If you don't have a, like, let's say that you're going to go climb Mount Everest and you're just like, fuck it, I'm going to go do it on my own. And you do no research, but you have the equipment, and you go try to climb Mount Everest just by yourself with no research, and you kind of have no idea what you're doing, your probability of death is significantly higher, right? Probably almost in the 90, if not like 100%. Because people have died knowing what they're doing. So imagine not knowing what you're doing. Probably will fuck you up a little bit, man. Your chances of death probably going to be in the 90% at least. I bet if you just go climb Mount Everest. And you're probably going to start somewhere where you have no idea where you're starting at, but hey, there's Mount Everest right there. You go there, you try to climb one part, you get to a part that you can't even climb. You can either go left, right, or down. Left or right, you still can't climb it. There's a big-ass fissure. You can't get to the other side to climb the rest of it. Okay, you come back down, you go to a different side, you try again. And you keep trying until you succeed. That's one way of doing it, right? But again, your probability of death is significantly higher. But if you just had a guide, if you knew exactly what you were doing, he's like, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to start at point A here at the base. Point A, there's 3 checkpoints. Point A, B, C, I think is how they do it on Mount Everest. Point A, you start here, you get to checkpoint B, and then checkpoint C, you're finally at the summit of Mount Everest. This is the equipment that you need. This is what to expect, and this is what to do. This is how to pitch your tent, and you have a guide to do it. Your chances of death significantly decrease now, and your chances of success significantly increase. Versus doing it on your own, your chances of success significantly decrease, but you could still do it, but your chances of success are way down, and your chances of failure go way up. That is the way that I view my program and how I guide these people, is that Ruben on his own, maybe he could have figured it out. He seems like a smart guy. I just posted a testimonial interview with him the other day, actually. He probably could have figured it out. But again, maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he couldn't have done this on his own. Same with Matthew. He was in a really tough spot, dude. I don't think he ever went on a date in his life before the program. And now he's going on a second date with this girl named Crystal. Like, him having me as a guide has significantly transformed his dating life and helped him reach the summit of success with dating women. Same with Hunter. Like, could these guys these guys are smart guys, man. Like, could Brad, and there's Matthew right there on a date, but could Brad probably could have done this on his own? I don't know. He was 33 when he joined. Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. But he knew that if he tried it on his own, chances of success, again, way down. Chances of failure increased. When you get a guide, those flip-flop. Chances of success go way up, while your chances of failure go way down. And so you have to be the person at the end of the day that's like, you know what? It's worth the investment. Like, if you're in the US, I know you're in Australia, bro, but if you're in the US, you can literally join my program for a minimum of $120 per month right now. Like, we have systems that'll let you break that down. Like, it's really incredible. So it's like, if you're not even willing to put $120 a month to your dating life, it's like, do you really deserve a quality chick? At the end of the day, like, are you actually serious? You see what I mean? But if you're the type of guy that's like, hey, like, I value, like, it is worth the investment to make the chances of my success go way up and my chances of failure go way down. It's worth the investment to join a group like this and get coached by me and my team. Like, you're going to crush it here. So on that note, if you guys want to inquire about my program and how we do things and what we do, You can message me on Instagram. We can talk and go back and forth. Just say you're directly from YouTube so I can prioritize you, because we get a lot of messages right now. But if you're kind of just ready to go, you're like, hey, I know what I want to do. There's a link down in the description below here on YouTube. It's the first link, Calendly. You can book in a call with me or my team, and we can walk you through the strategy that we would do with you if you were to join the program, and then we could talk about the next steps with joining right there on the call. So on that note, I'm Sonny Kim, America's Face of Dating, and I will see you guys next time.